Hi everyone, welcome to Finding Serenity in Stitches. My name is Christina and today we're going to be going over my yarn haul from Hobium. I feel like I've been trying to get this to you guys for like a week now. I made a rookie mistake and videotaped it. Well, okay, thought I videotaped it when I went to edit. As soon as I saw myself recording myself setting up, I knew that was going to stop and nothing else was recorded once I hit the button. So here I am again after having a little practice, and also want to give you some updates on the projects I'm working on. So the first project I'm going to talk about is the Keen Wonder. I found it in Ravelry and it's a racerback tank, and I'll post a picture up in the video so that you can be reminded of what it is. Here is mine. What happened was I knit the front, I knit the back. They ended up different sizes. I thought I could correct that with blocking, and that didn't work. So I decided to re-knit the front. And that's kind of okay with me because when I was knitting the front, it was kind of learning the wraps and turns really well, learning a couple other things so that I was comfortable with it. And so now that I'm knitting it for the second time, I'm really comfortable with it and I'm cruising right along. So I kind of think that my messing up, and I do believe that I used different knitting needles. I didn't think so at first, but the more I thought about it, I think you start off with a US 3 and you do some garter stitch to start. Then you switch to a US 5, and I think I stayed with the 3 on the back piece, which turned out okay because the front piece was a little big after blocking. So I'm remaking the front piece and I'm sticking with the US 3. I just hope that the yarn comes out okay. I don't know, if you knit something up with bamboo yarn and you block it and then you decide I'm gonna re-knit it with that same yarn, does it stretch out the yarn or does it bounce back so you should just continue as usual? I don't know, so I think I'm about to find out. We'll see. But anyway, it's coming along quite well. I've got the first section done. I'm on to the second section. The next thing that I'll share with you all is my ranunculus. It's the first ranunculus that I have knitted and I'm really enjoying it. It's a fun knit. There's new stitches, but nothing too difficult. And it seems to be very creative the way that it was made. Oh, sorry about that. I keep hitting the knitting needles on the table. One thing that I did do, and I tend to do this quite a bit, I'll take a pattern and I've got to adjust it because I kind of want it to be this way and I don't think it's going to turn out that way. So let me see what I can do to adjust it. Casting on, you're supposed to cast on 60 stitches, I believe. And I cast it on twice that many. And I found a spot in the pattern where I could continue on from there. And I think it's going to turn out okay. But as you can see, it's got a real nice wide neck. And I haven't gotten to the point where I separate for the sleeves. But yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm moving right along and I'm really enjoying it. Now I know why people knit this more than once on a regular basis. The yarn that I'm using for that one is Cartopu by Lion Brand. It's a bamboo yarn. Looks like it's cotton bamboo. Let's take a look real quick. I'm sure you are all familiar with it, but just in case, it's a 51% cotton, 49% rayon from bamboo, 232 yards per each skein or ball, and 3.5 ounces. It's a DK, light worsted. So yeah, I'm trucking right along with my ranunculus, and I'm already thinking, ooh, what do I want to make my next one with? And do I want it to be long sleeve? This one's short sleeve. So I do have one more project to share with you. I'm crocheting a blanket. I actually started this blanket last summer, and once fall hit, I set it aside to concentrate on some fall projects, and kind of forgot about it, but now I picked it back up. It's a blanket. It's a moss stitch or granite stitch where you single crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, single crochet, and it gives this nice woven texture. I am holding 2 strands of DK weight yarn. One is the Comfy Cotton by Lion Brand, and the other one is Low Tide, and that was out on the market. It feels like it wasn't out for very long, so it has been discontinued. That's a polyester, but putting the Comfy Cotton together with the polyester yarn makes this lovely, squishy, yummy fabric, and I'm making this for the spare bedroom, for the bed in the spare bedroom, but it's going to be a throw. And I just love the colors. They're nice and summery, nice and beachy. So yeah, so I'm working on that crochet project, hoping to finish that up very shortly. And okay, so let's get to the yarn haul. I did make an order to Hobium, and I purchased enough yarn so I could get free shipping from Turkey, which is probably a good thing. The first yarn is La Mia Linen Cotton, and I did get it in this beautiful blue. It's kind of a dusty or denim blue, and I got it in white, which is kind of an off-white color. And it is a 50-gram balls, 132 yards, 70% cotton, 30% linen. It's a DK weight, and recommended hook 2.5 to 3 millimeter, and recommended knitting needles 3 to 4 millimeter. So it looks like a lovely yarn. I think I'm going to enjoy knitting with it. I have had a little experience with linen, and so linen cotton, it feels good. I think it's going to make a couple of nice tops. The next one is Gazelle Baby Wool. And this is a 50-gram ball, 191 yards, and it's 40% merino, 40% acrylic, and 20% cashmere, and it does feel nice and squishy soft. Recommended 3 millimeter needles. Let's see. It doesn't specify the weight, so let's take a look at it here. I think it would be DK weight, maybe even a sport. Yeah, that would be my guess. So anyway, 191 yards, so it's good yardage for the ball. And I paid $185 per ball for this. The La Mia Linen Cotton I purchased for $2.12 each ball. The next one is DMC Nathura Just Cotton, and it is beige colored, and it looks like a beige. It's kind of a sandy beige color. It's a 50-gram ball, 170 yards, 3 millimeter hook or 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter needles recommended. And it doesn't specify the weight. I would categorize it as a sport, possibly a DK. Yeah, let's see. Get that up there just so you can kind of get an idea. But it's a nice soft cotton. Let's see. And I think it is 100% cotton. The color is sable, according to the packaging. And it is OECO-TEX certified, so no harsh chemicals used in the production of this. So I believe it is 100% cotton. The next one, I love this color, La Mia Luxe mercerized cotton. And oh, the sunshine's coming through now. It's a beautiful rust color. And let's take a look here. It's 100% cotton. It's a #2 sport weight. They call this color brown. I call it a rusty color, but brown sounds fine. In the 50-gram ball, you get 164 yards. And the recommended hook, 2 millimeter, recommended needle, 3 millimeter. And again, it's a sport weight. And I purchased enough to make a tee or a tank I'll probably make something for my second daughter who loves these earthy tones. Yeah, so okay, let's take a look at what else we have here. La Mia Natural Wool. My son goes snowboarding every summer. I almost said every summer. My son goes snowboarding every winter and up on Mount Hood, and asked for some wool socks. And so I ordered a few skeins of this La Mia Just Wool and or excuse me, natural wool. 100% wool. It's a worsted weight. It's a 100-gram skein. You get 218 yards, 4mm hook to 4 to 5mm needles. And yeah, I think this is going to make very nice socks for him. He didn't really care what color. So what else do we have here? Next, we have Etrophil Baby Can. It's a color khaki. It's a beautiful olive, deep olive colored. 100-gram skein, you get 273 yards. 2.5mm hook is recommended, 3.5 to 4.5 needles, knitting needles. And it's 100% anti-pilling acrylic, so definitely going to give that a try. I love the color. Next, we have the Etrophil Kasmir. And this is 100% micro cashmere polyamide in the color beige, and you get 246 yards of this, and 3mm hook, 4mm knitting needles, and you can kind of take a look here. Did it specify? I don't think it specified what the weight is, but I would consider this probably a DK. Yeah, definitely a DK. It's very squishy and soft. I only got 2 of these. I wish I'd have gotten more because of the yummy squishiness factor. Next we have Merino Gold. It's from Madame Trico Paris. And I purchased it in this dark gray and also this beautiful blue. They call it navy. It's kind of a purpley blue. And the specifics, 100-gram skein, you get 437 yards, so you know that's a fingering weight. 49% wool, 51% acrylic, and yep, it states that it's a fine number 1. So I've got the dark gray and the navy blue. So those should be good additions to my acrylic stash. Next is Regia sock yarn, 75% wool, 25% polyamide. And this is a variegated color. I only got 1 of those, and I'm surprised I did. It's a light fingering. It comes in a 230-yard skein. And what else about this? Considered light fingering. Yeah, I'm surprised I only got 1 of these because I certainly need more than 1 to make a pair of socks. So I could add to it some dark gray, light fingering yarn, or have to order another one. I don't know, but it's Scotch & Meyer Regia. Next on the list is, let's turn the page here. Okay, next on the list is La Mia Just Wool, and this is 100% recycled wool. It's a DK weight, 126 yards per ball, 4 to 5mm hook or needle, and 126 yards. It is nice and squishy. It's not the softest, but I think it would make some great slipper socks, slippers. And yeah, just wool. Let's see. The last item is Cartopu Lana Marino. And this is also OECO TEX certified. It's 100% superwash wool, 50-gram ball. You get 164 yards, 2 to 2.5mm hook, 3 to 4mm knitting needles. And it doesn't specify the weight, but I believe it looks like a fingering weight, and it's kind of hard to see, fingering weight or a sport weight, but it is very squishy soft. I do like the feel of it. It's very nice. So that's my yarn haul. As I use the yarns, I'll give a little more detail on how they knit or crochet up. I do both. One more item. Okay, so for the giveaway, I really wanted to share my favorite acrylic yarn that I love to use to make blankets with. I made 7 blankets last fall for family members, and I love this yarn specifically for that. It's called Amigo, previously known as Tivoli. And I think when I got interested in the Tivoli, it was when they were phasing that name out and coming in with the Amigo brand. So you can take a look at it here. Some of the skeins are in the Tivoli and some of them are in Amigo, but they're the same yarn. I have noticed that there's some color differences as far as, you know, what's available now. Some of them that they appear to be the same exact color, just different names. So to share with you all, I want to give away 10 skeins of my favorite acrylic yarn that I love to use for blankets and slippers. I like to hold the yarn double, and it makes for a nice squishy, soft, whatever you're gonna make. So I thought I would do some neutrals. We've got the black, and the names of the yarn they just use numbers for the names of the yarn. So I'm just gonna go with the color that they look like. So we first have black, this charcoal gray, and this medium gray color, and then a light gray. I love that they have all these different shades you can put together to make an ombre effect or mix and match. There's so many. This is, it used to be called cool light gray, and now it's called sterling, and appears to be the same color. Then I thought I would put in some brighter colors, maybe some jewel tones that you can work with. And here's a beautiful red and a very nice dark forest green. It's kind of a gray green. I really love this color. I chose a purple, a deep purple, and a teal blue. And I thought I'd throw in an extra bright. This is like a bright coral colored. So I'm sure you'll be able to make something wonderful with all of these yarns. And oh, it's 44% off right now. So if it's something you like, you might want to try them out. I'm not affiliated. Each skein is 50 grams and it's 191 yards, 175 meters. Recommended hook 4 millimeter for knitting needles, 4 to 5 millimeter for crochet hooks. And yeah, that's the yarn. So what do you need to do to win this yarn? You need to like the video and please subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you would do with all this beautiful yarn if you won it. And a week from today, next Friday, when I do my next video, we will pick a winner. I really appreciate those of you that are joining me or have come back to watch my videos. And I'm having a lot of fun and I really appreciate people's support. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.